Hey, it's Ice Age TV Day. See that box that says AWE? That is my brand new Catback or Resonator back, whatever you want to call it, for my new hot pepper red hot chili pepper Bronco that I bought. And I'm really excited about this. I mean, even to the point that I pulled out my back yesterday doing a concrete job. I could barely get out of bed this morning. I'm not embellishing on this. When you get older in life, you get all this back challenges. But I'm so excited about this new exhaust, I'm just going to go ahead and suffer through the pain and show you how to put this Catback exhaust on. Single Catback, that is. I didn't go for the dual. You know, I've had a lot of Jeeps, and I've done the dual exhaust where you have the exhaust right here and right here. And at the end of the day, I think the side exhaust here would be more than fine for me. And I'll be very happy with that. And it's a good amount of money saved. And AWE doesn't even have the dual exhaust setup available till mid-April. So here it is, March. And I literally ordered this from Lethal Performance. And those guys did a great job of actually showing this product. And then I bought it from them, and they did a great job taking care of it. And they got it here. I mean, I'm not lying. I ordered this on Wednesday. I got this yesterday, Friday. So, you know, basically got this thing in 2 days. And so I'm really excited about this. And so follow me along in my pain. And I ain't embellishing and how much pain I'm in to do this. I actually called one of my buddies to see if he is available, but he hasn't responded. So, oh well. Let's see how it goes. Now, anytime you buy a product and you have to open the box up, usually that's most of the work, right? So I haven't even seen what's in here. And, hey, that came off pretty good, right? There's my little girl. This is my little baby right there, my Wheaton Terriers. And look at my nice Mustang Mach 1. Wow, I'm learning a lot about that car. That car, I'm amazed I got the deal I got in that car. You have no idea what this car is right here. I didn't even know what it was. You just say it's another Mustang with some pretty badging on it. Nope, you have no idea. I mean, I'm not lying. So, wow, that Bullet that got crashed. My daughter totaled my Mustang Bullet 2020. And it opened up the door for me to get a Mach 1. I mean, oh my gosh, that was like a blessing. So, all right, so let's get the nice paper here off. Nothing in that. And let's see how this nice exhaust looks. And it's supposed to have the protector pipe on it. So if you go back roading, it won't crush the exhaust pipe. And, you know, I've seen videos on this. And Lethal Performance did a really nice video on it. So it's not only my video out there that's showing this product right now. So make sure I got all the goodies, right? So here is the crusher, I believe. This here is the end of the exhaust that makes it so if you're doing the back road and see that? That's supposed to be reinforced where you can't bend it. So apparently, if you're going to go off-road and you just replace your existing exhaust in the tailpipe and put this on. So that's the idea there. I believe, I could be wrong. Now, like anything, if you're smart, before you do anything to this vehicle here, you better make sure you get all the parts. Otherwise, you're going to take apart everything in your exhaust in your existing vehicle, and then you can't put it back together because you can get all the parts. So give me a second here and let's go through the boxes. One thing for sure, they did a great job on protecting all this. There's my dogs. If you watch my videos, I'm sure some people are probably like, oh my God, your dogs drive me nuts. Don't feel left out on that. So look at this, it's all buried in here. Look at that, and that's a really nice finish, quality. So, now this to me, this is your love right here. Or your hate. Because this is basically your muffler right here. And either that thing is really nice or sit in that vehicle, you're going to have the loudest, obnoxious drone noise that you go nuts. So that's a love-hate right there. All right, so I'm assuming this is actually the tailpipe right here. So we're getting there. It takes a little time, right? So I put all my parts down here. Now we're to the box, which that'll be instructions and clamps. Let's get that out of here. All right, now you see my blankets here, my furniture blankets. Now, you can always take this box right here and bust it all down and make that your crawl around. That's what I do. Put the blankets on the floor to absorb the concrete on your body and my back. Yeah, if you know a motorhead, when the guy's got a really bad back. I mean, I'm not lying, man. You know, it's just every now and then I pull on my back, and oh my God, it's just the worst. All right, so let me get this out of the way here. All right, let's utilize my toolbox here. Let's utilize my little tray here. How about that idea, right? Take my little tray here. Take the parts box. Put that up here on the tray, right? Open it up. And see, you should have a black exhaust tip in here. Because he asked me about that. Oh, that's nice. Look at that, huh? Hey, I can't even touch that thing. That's beautiful. There's all my clamps. So isn't that nice? So I got my little workstation set up here. Now, the smart thing to do is the before and after sound, right? There's my nice little light here, which I'll turn that off for a second to give it some... So let's do this here. Let's now start her up. And let's hear... Okay, here's the exhaust. Exhaust. And my biggest concern is it's the interior noise, but Lethal Performance, was really good in their video, and they showed no drone noise. So we get that obnoxious, like stuck noise, like boom, like my dogs. So let's turn this off because getting all the exhaust all heated up on me now. But anyways, that's the most important part. When I'm done with this video, and I drive this down the road, and this thing has a really bad drone noise, besides my dog's barking, I'd be like, total fail. And already my wife's like, don't do it. My wife's ridden around all my different vehicles, and she's like, don't do it. It's like, don't do it. Dude, you're going to ruin the vehicle. We go on a road trip, I'm going to hate being in that car because it's going to be that, I'm going to tell you now, I'm at the age, I want nothing to do with that. Anybody watch my video, if anybody has these exhausts, it just goes, bah! I'm sorry, man. Yeah, no thanks. Just get a weed whacker and video weed whacker and put it in your interior and turn the video on of your noise. I mean, it's just so obnoxious. So hopefully this is not going to be the case. So now it's all about me getting my hands and knees, which I do often, and crawl around, see if I can figure this thing out on my own, right? So follow along. Here's what's pretty cool. Here's your install guide. So I'll be amazed if they don't tell you to unconnect the battery. Let's see. All right. The first thing I do is I get my power tools out. And I'll talk about this in my other videos. And, that just seems to take a lot of the work out. I do need a ratchet because... got to crawl up underneath here, and let's show you what I'm doing. I'm guessing on the sockets. Let's see if I'm right. All right. So you see here the header pipe next to your resonator. We're going to be taking that off. Those two bolts right there. And these two bolts. And you need a number 15 socket. Okay. For the two bolts up here. And you need a number like 9 and 10, a number 10 socket for these little guys. So we're going to bolt these first. And you're not going to be able to use the gun. You got to use your ratchet here. All right, so the nuts came off pretty easily. I recommend you lubricate that, which I'll do that. Jesus. All right, let's try that again. So here's the thing. I got the nuts off. You should lubricate that now. And next, these come off. All right, I just took off the bolts here, so this is all now nice and loose. My speed gun, which that's huge. Get a speed gun. Now you can see this is the long pipe going over the axle. So hopefully this isn't too radical. You know, being it's a newer vehicle, you know, it's a great idea to do it at this time. I would dread doing the vehicle with a lot of miles and mudding on it. You'd be having all that crap in your face all the time. All right, now the tough part here, which I was hoping that this had a bolt. This is spot welded here. So, you know, borderline, I'm tempted just to cut this pipe instead of starting to fight this thing. I mean, that's what it turns into, is a fight. But probably on the other end, I mean, that's probably would be the smarter thing to do. Is there a clamp back here? I can't see yet, but so let me kind of weigh my, yeah, there's a clamp, but nah, see, it's a factory type of clamp. So for me, I think it'd be better off just taking my cutter and just cut this. Or maybe what I do is I just cut this pipe here so that I'm not fighting all this. You know, that may be wise. I want some leverage on this right here to be able to get this off. So I think maybe I'm going to cut this. So if you like screw up, you can put it back together. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, before I start cutting, I got to thinking, you better lay out that pipe because that is set up a little differently with that exhaust. There's your muffler versus your muffler in the back. So I just laid it out. And I'm okay, because if I would cut this pipe out and then you find out you're supposed to reuse something to it, which you're not. So just make sure you lay your pipe out, kind of know what you're doing before you start cutting things. And be sure you get your safety glasses on and your gloves on, because you're going to have a lot of metal flying around. All right, got that section of pipe off, and here's your bracket you reuse here. And this one, a lot of water. I'm going to be laying in water back there, unfortunately. So, good old Sawzall does miracles. All right, the project has begun. Boy, a lot of water. It's incredible how much moisture is in this exhaust. So what I just did, I just cut this bracket right there. So I think I'll just put a screwdriver in here right now and pop that out, because you ain't getting that out with that special tool. I just wrestled that for a while. Just use my Sawzall and cut that right there at that end. See how it's not like a flange? Get the other side of it. All right, now, what have we got back here? I have no idea. So let me climb up underneath here. There's another bracket right here. And probably have to cut this out, would be my guess. So I'll just cut that. I'm not gonna sit there and try to get that clamp off. All right, here's my Sawzall. Careful when you're cutting underneath the vehicle. Make sure you don't start cutting up your lines. But there's two hangers. One here and one over here. So my attitude is just cut this so you get this pipe off the other end, and then we'll wrestle these clamps. So it's just cutting up your exhaust. I mean, yeah, somebody be like, well, what if it doesn't, I want to, you know, like the other one? Well, if you're really that serious, you can have pipe welded back together if you want, but I don't think you need to worry about that. So follow along. All right, there you go. Just cut her up. Pipe's off. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this right here. And I'm going to cut the other one off because we're not reusing this side. It's single exhaust. This has brackets, so you can take the brackets off. But just get the exhaust out of my way. I'm just going to cut them off. Don't cut the rubber. All right, look at that there, huh? Exhaust is off. I just cut these little hangers. You can just pull them out now. Just get my little tool there and get that one out and get that one out and get this big old heavy ass exhaust out of your way. Making headway. All right, Sawzall's gonna be your savior. If you don't have that, good luck. So now what we do, got our little rubber mounting thing goes up front here. Got my exhaust all sitting there. Got my hat that fell off. So now it's time to put on the muffler up here in the resonator and start working my way back. There's another piece that I popped out with my screwdriver when I cut it out. And lubricate all of your little rubber grommets. That's what I'm doing. They recommend that. All right. So we got the shorty pipe here, which is going to connect to this pipe to go over the axle. And that's what we're doing right now. All right. So what you do now, here's your muffler. Here's your extension pipe. Over the axle pipe, don't tighten anything down. And that one in really easy on that rubber grommet right there. You put a little stop, like washer, screw, whatever you call it. It's included in the kit, which is a really good idea. So now to the back. Hey, it's nice to be standing, laying down. It gets old. So here's the last two sections. It's hard to believe. Seems like I'm missing something to me. Even to me, it's like, isn't there something else up underneath there? But guess not. So we're going to find out here in a second. But you don't disconnect your battery. I mentioned that earlier, that maybe I disconnect your battery. So I'm curious now. Let's see how this plays out. Now, just kind of eyeballing this. There go the dogs. So I think we got it. That's actually pretty cool. So this is going to exit out. So this uses your... Wow. Is that right next to my mud flap? It is. Pretty cool. And I got two... I wonder why I have two more clamps. Guess that's all about... I don't know. That's kind of what I forget, right? All right. Wow. I am impressed. But, you know, the one extra clamp, I guess that's for the crush-resistant tailpipe. So I guess they just give you an extra clamp, I guess. I don't know what that's all about. Or there's something I'm missing on the exhaust tip. So the reason I don't want to tighten this all up, because there's a lot of variation here without hitting my mud flap. So I'm going to put on my exhaust tip before I start, tighten this down. And you don't want this to be hitting your axle or top or whatever. So definitely inspect all that before you start doing the old hammer down the exhaust clamps and position them so you can get to them. You know, don't put this bolt up top here, if you get what I'm saying. Hey, I got my blow pop. That's his signature thing, I guess, for AWE. Pretty cool. Now, here's these little stop grommet things. These go over your, I'm assuming that's what that is. You know, oh, so here we are. Okay, so there you go. So there is the exhaust clamp for the back. That makes sense now. I didn't know if this had set screws or something, so this thing looks badass. Let me give it 2 hands for that. All right, look at that, man. I mean, look at that. That thing is awesome. Very nice. I'll tell you what, I am so on the page. Before I get too far in this, let me put it on, then say if the single looks cool or not, right? Hey, is my little girl wanting to help me out and do this, huh? So, look here. Boy, this is really, really close to this here. And then it gets too close to my mud flap over here. Wow, I really like that look. Now, look how close that is to my mud flap. So I think there's a little bit of movement here. I can play with this thing once I tighten it down, but it's going to be really tight. But I really like that look. To me, that's just badass. So now I'm gonna start tightening things up. But I think the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tighten my tip up here so it doesn't fall on the ground and damage it. Wow, we are making such great progress here. But this exhaust tip here, this clamp is too big. So this does not secure this. So I'm gonna get creative. I'm gonna take out this right here, because it will not secure this. This is so weird. It's like they need a different size clamp. So let's see if my theory works out. I don't really think it's the best thing to do, but let's check it out. All right, so I just cut this bolt out. That's what I'm doing. Just eliminate this thing. I'm gonna create my own. See how it all plays out, right? All right, I just fabricated my own. Yeah, I know, you run the risk of bending this in. I get all that. So let's just kind of see how it plays out. And, you know, I looked at the instructions, and my thoughts were maybe there's a specific, you know, clamp for this at the end, and I used it up front, but I don't think so. But somebody could correct me on that. Pretty cool, right? Downside is that clamp didn't do it, so I'm gonna have to wrap. I'm gonna be even more creative. Oh my gosh, what a bummer. So this has been a really easy install right to this point. So what a bummer. So hey, AWE, watch my video and tell me I did wrong. I have no problem being wrong. But right now, this is a joke that the end of the pipe is not the right clamp. I mean, so it never ends, right? When's it ever easy? All right, well, trip to the auto parts store. What a total bummer, but hey, I guess we get to start it up and see how it sounds, right? So far, it's been a blast. This is very disappointing that I guess I put the wrong clamp on. I didn't know that. To me, if there's a separate clamp, they should have put a separate clamp or something in a separate bag. I mean, who the hell knows? But anyways, it makes no sense on how you attach that exhaust tip. It is not secure. So I guess you have to get, I mean, I don't know. I have to go to a parts store and try to figure it all out. But let's listen to it. All right, let's start her up. There you go. Let's put the exhaust tip on, and oh, look at that. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So do we actually get a little bit more? I don't think so. Looks cool. I like the look. You look here. I like it. Oh, go ahead and go up to AutoZone and get my clamp. But I have to put these little hanger things on so the hangers don't come off. That's the next project. All right, see here? Put this little thinger here on there. You see that? All right, see that? That's really a great idea. Too bad the manufacturers didn't figure that out, but it's time labor. It's all about production. Now I gotta do the one up front here. Yep, over there, wherever it is, and then we'll be done. Head to town and listen to how she sounds. All right, got my parts loaded up. Going to town. Let's see how she sounds again. Uh-oh. The wife. I mean, I like it. I really like that. Wow. That's awesome, man. Hey, oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I mean, come on. Just a little bit. No, yeah, people be laughing. You know why I'd be laughing? I'd be laughing. You know why I'd be laughing? Big dude, you've been riding around, and there's a bird crap all over my car. You've been riding around and let your car down for like 2 weeks. And this is an engine now. You're actually hearing exhaust. So how can you even compare? No, I know. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. I can just tell. This thing's going to be a blast. All right. Hold on. Got to get my dogs in. Go to town. All right. I can hear this thing running inside my house. I mean, this is sweet. But here's the thing. I mean, it's not until we get up this open road that you find out the reality to your excitement and enjoyment, meaning that this thing has drone. But we're going to find out right now. This thing's so beefy. It's beefy. It's manly. This is a whole new animal. And yeah, can I get my GoPro out and put my little camera back there? I could, but I think you can probably just hear it just being that it's, I mean, here's the thing. We want to hear it in here, but we don't want to hear it too much in here, if you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. I'm loving this. And I'm not even driving down the road. Oh, yeah. And you know what's incredible? You have no idea how bad I pulled my back out yesterday on a concrete job I was doing. You know, I've been doing manual labor all my life. Some people are like, oh, this guy's got it easy. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Let's listen. Nice, low end, deep throat noise to it. Nice little burp there. So far, cool. But once again, up on the main roads, what's the real deal, right? How many times have I said that? All right. Nice. And you know, that new exhaust, I should say the new muffler, is just behind me in the back seat. So keep that in mind that you took the muffler out of all the way out the back of this vehicle and we put it up underneath the rear passenger, which that's borderline dangerous. At these speeds, you hear more wind than the exhaust, right? Nice. I'm liking it. I like it. And there is no drone. And for anybody out there that's never had a vehicle with the drone noise, I mean, it's really bad. And what that means is you've got this radiating noise inside of your vehicle, where the vehicle's exhaust is literally, it's like it bugs your eardrums. And I have serious, hearing issues. And for me, even to notice that's really bad. It's like right now, listen. Okay? That was kind of going in between different gears there. Nice. I'm just being quiet so you can hear what's going on in the truck. Yeah, I'm liking it. Really nice. So hats off to Lethal Performance for sharing their video of the how to install and personal experience with the exhaust. Hats off to AWE for designing this as quickly as they did, and I think they got it right. I'm a little disappointed on the rear tail exhaust tip. It's not that big a deal, and like I say, I could be wrong. There was 3-inch clamps marked on these clamps, and maybe they were supposed to send me a 2 3/4. I don't know. It could be an error on their end. It could be an error on my end. It's not a real big deal for me. It would just been really cool. Listen, downshifted. It's just been really cool for me to be able to finish everything up at the shop, show you the end result, and just be able to go, hey, man, it was flawless. And it really was, so I can't emphasize enough value. And you know what? I like the single exhaust. And for everybody else out there, I don't know why you want dual exhaust on a, this vehicle, whatever. I mean, I don't think it looks that great, personally. Don't take it the wrong way. The people are doing the duals, but I think the left rear exhaust tip's sitting out. But see, what I experienced in my Jeeps was those things were straight out the back, and when you're standing behind it, when you're standing behind the vehicle, something to think about here is, and the car's running, you feel that hot exhaust on your legs and stuff like that. So I didn't like that. And somebody like, what are you talking about? Well, trust me, if anybody puts that dual exhaust, and those exhaust tips are right there at the end of that back bumper, you have your front door, your back door open, you're going to feel that exhaust off that vehicle. And I didn't like that. So this left angled exit exhaust, I feel better about that, because once you open the rear door, you're more centered in the vehicle, and that's way to the left. So that's something for you to think about for anybody that's wanting to get that dual exhaust. You'll figure it out once you get it. Especially on a hot day, that exhaust is just like, ah. All right, let me get to the parts store, and I really want to show you the final, polished, finished product here, so I can post it on my Ice Age TV. And oh my gosh, this Bronco is so much fun, and I have barely driven it. I put 4,400 miles in this vehicle. You know, I bought it middle of January. I haven't driven it really for the last, 2 weeks, if not close to a month. So you're really talking half of January and February, and I put 4,400 miles on it. So, I mean, yeah, I drive my vehicles. If anybody wants to keep on listening, you can. Hey, where's the rev matching? Gives you an idea of the speeds. Right now we're in the stop and go traffic. Look at that light. Yeah, my wife would probably be like, I can't take it. Well, go drive around your whisper mode in your Mustang Mach-E. How about that idea, right? Hey, you don't have any noise. I'm out in the car yabba-dabbing, and the car's making any noise, so there you go. You can live with it for a little while. I'm hearing more wind noise than I am engine noise at this point. It's fun. Makes this thing even more fun. The fun factor. It's all about. If you got a car, and as much as these things cost these days, you're not having fun, you're a fool. Get rid of it. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous how much we're paying for cars these days. I mean, yes, I appreciate all the technology and the fun, but if you're not having a lot of fun with your vehicle for the amount of money you paid for it, I highly recommend you get rid of it as soon as possible. All right, oh, it's AutoZone. What I say earlier, Advanced Auto Parts, who the heck knows? AutoZone, I'll use that in my hashtags, right? AutoZone, the place to go to buy your exhaust clamp to finish up your exhaust modifications on your Bronco Wild Track AWE Lethal Performance Saturday project. That how long did I take, so it's just a 2-hour project? But it's really amazing, my back. I mean, I'm so excited to do this. I'm getting through the back pain. Now I better park out in the middle of the parking lot. You know why? So I can test this thing out. All right, here we are. These places are hopping. They say everybody's fixing their car now because damn cars are too damn expensive. All right, so my AutoZone buddy just set me up with a nice old traditional exhaust clamp, and we think this is going to do it. We think this is going to make it happen. I got my tools here, so let's find out. All right, we got her on. A few things that aren't the best, meaning this is rubbing a little bit here, but I'm putting the gaiters in the back here, and then that's an ugly ass clamp. But for the moment, maybe AWE or somebody reach out to me and go, hey, let me send you the right size clamp. I have no idea, but hey, here you go. I'm not excited about seeing that part there, so maybe do I flip it up? So maybe what I'll do when I get home, I'll reverse that clamp. I think I'll do that. Let's do that right now. All right, there we go. It's hitting up there a little better. Still, to my not liking, really. So hopefully you can get a better clamp up there. I'll have to check into that with AWE and Lethal. But I mean, love the big ass black tip. And see, I was speaking earlier, when you get the dual exhaust here, that exhaust is right here and the other one's right here. So when you're behind the truck and you're working out of your vehicle, that exhaust is coming out in your leg. You're not gonna like it. This here exhaust is exiting over here, so I would not get the dual exhaust. I mean, it looks cool, I guess, but you're gonna get exhaust on you when you're hanging out in the back here. Or just turn the vehicle off. I get it. All right, let's listen to her now. Hey, it's Blow Pop Watermelon. Wow, did I give that to my kid? Am I a lollipop guy? All right, let's do the remote start. If I can get my key to work here, it's all screwed up. It's ever simple, right? That sounds good. That sounds really good. I like it. Is that nice or what? All right, she's in sport mode. Hey, does that exhaust tip giving her any more attitude? I don't think it does. Cold day up here in this Virginia, Maryland area. Winter's back. Okay, we're gonna pull on the road and listen to her. Let's put the window down for you. Hope we're not getting too much wind noise. This would be a good little run for you. Right here. I'll be going underneath the underpass. I think you're probably getting too much wind now. as my exhaust tip flies off in the rear view mirror. Hey, the clamp didn't work. Bink, 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 down the road. There goes a nice, no way. It ain't going nowhere. Sounded really good. Let's do the back window. Turbulence. Well, I think that's a wrap for the Ice Age TV Ford Bronco AWE exhaust installation. And I hope you guys can hear the actual exhaust. Once I make my video, I'll be able to tell. And, I don't know. I mean, I hope you can hear it, but until I make create the movie for YouTube TV or YouTube channel, then I'll have a better idea. But I mean, right now I'm really liking the product, and I hope you listen to my pointers there. For anybody wanting dual exhaust, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. I mean, I really think, and what's interesting is everybody's ordering the dual exhaust. That's why you can't get it. So if you're on the dual exhaust, you're probably gonna be waiting, longer. And I don't think it looks that great personally. But anyways, here's the thing. If you think it looks great, that's great, because I love how people don't like things I like, because that means I have something different. Anyways, thanks for watching my Ice Age TV on the how-to video to install a Catback, resonator back, whatever you want to call it, exhaust. And what's incredible is I ordered the Ford factory over the axle exhaust, and it took forever to get it. And you know what? Then I saw Lethal Performance do a video on this AWE on the Ford Bronco 6G forum, and just like you listen to exhaust. And so, had it not been for Lethal Performance being a contributing distributor or sponsor or vendor on Bronco 6G, then, I would not have known about this product. So, keep in mind, support your vendors out there that go out of their way to share products, because you learn a lot. And they usually shoot you pretty straight, because they're selling the product. And if it ain't that good, it ain't worth, they're not becoming millionaires off of selling products. They try to just, create a good customer base that trusts them and what they sell. So the whole point is that Ford Accessories, exhaust system is only on the rear muffler, that big ass rear muffler. It's not a Catback, exhaust system. So I don't think you're going to get as much of a noise out of it like you're getting out of AWE, so anybody out there shopping around, and there's a bunch of different manufacturers, but there's a real fine line once you go Catback, that exhaust underneath the cab, underneath the vehicle, becomes a problem. And that's what Ford did. They put the exhaust all the way to the back of the vehicle, so they didn't have the potential of a drone, a obnoxious exhaust noise in the vehicle. And if you're not into hearing the exhaust, then don't get it, because you now hear the exhaust. And for me, I like that. I think my wife would be like, "Why'd you do this?" But my wife says, "Why did you do this and everything I do?" Have you figured that out yet? I mean, would you be any different? What car are you buying today? What truck are you buying today? What motorcycle are you buying today? What ATV? Oh, you're buying a boat? What are you doing today? That's my wife's life. Yeah. Ask her. So anyways, wrapping it up here for the Ice HTV how-to, and I'm blown away that I got this done today to shape my back in, because I was borderline thinking, I'll just take the shop, pay somebody to do it. But I was like, I really want to do this. So I will suffer through the pain, which I have, to hopefully help you have a really cool exhaust for your Bronco. Hey, hit subscribe. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to make videos to, help others. And you know what? If anybody thinks, this guy's making money off of YouTube, I don't make a cent, and you realize or not, how many subscribers you have to have, how many thousands, if not millions of hours or minutes of watching videos for you to get compensated. It's insane. Will I get my 4-cent check eventually? Yeah, probably. Is it all about that? It's all about my fun that I have with all my vehicles, and I'm just sharing that with you, and that's all I want to do, is just share my fun. But at the same time, hit subscribe, right? Thank you. Hey, have a great day, and I hope this helped you make a decision on the correct exhaust for your Bronco full-size 2021-2022 Bronco 2-door, 4-door, 4-cylinder, V6, 2.3, 2.7, doesn't matter. This exhaust works on all the same applications. And reach out to Lethal Performance and ask them to get one for you. Have a great day.